Hi everyone, welcome to my video, welcome to my channel. I'm Jamie, thanks so much for clicking on this video today. Today I'm going to be talking to you about this new palette from Lorac. It just came out about, I think a week ago or so. It took a while to ship, I think a little bit over a week ago. But Lorac has been a favorite eyeshadow brand of mine for years, and they just recently released a couple new palettes, and I looked at them and I picked a couple that I thought would be best suited for me. I actually picked one of the larger palettes, the Soleil palette, and here it is inside. It has obviously a warm color scheme. It has 9 shimmer shades and 9 mattes ranging in color. I love that there's a lot of these lighter colors as well, so I think this is a really well-rounded palette. And they released 3 different large palettes at the same time, and then they released 2 mini palettes, and I picked up one of the mini palettes as well. I think this is in the warm color scheme as well. It's called Simmering is the mini palette, and it is just a wee baby little palette right there. And so it's got 9 shades, 3 shimmers, and 3 mattes, and each one of these has a good mirror. This one does, and so does the larger one, but I've kind of been covering up the mirror because it'll just blind you with the lights anyway, but it lets me know what the name of the colors are. So I am planning on swatching all of these for you right now. So I'm gonna do a little try on at the end of this, but I just really wanted to kick this off with some swatches. So once again, the Lorac Soleil palette, and I'm gonna do the first row first. So there are 3 mattes, and they're the lightest of the mattes. Here is the first one. This one's called Warm Vanilla. So that one is Warm Vanilla. Then we have Pink Beige. Very close to my skin color. And then Nectar. So yeah, those are all really close to my skin color. That last one, for sure, Nectar is like my skin color. And then there's, once again, Pink Beige and Warm Vanilla. See those 3 there? Get on to the next. Now we'll go into the shimmering ones. So the first one is called Opal. Woo! That's pretty. Then Soft Pearl. And then Aurora. There we go. And I definitely would say that the Opal has the most like glitter in it, and it's just a little bit more metallic than the other ones. But that is those first 6. Now I'm going to do the second row right here. I'm going to start with these mattes and work my way this way. So this one is called Sand Dune. These are really powdery. Second one is Morocco. It's a little bit more orange. The first one I would say is like a cool tan color. This one's a little bit of a more orangey brown, but they're both light. Then we move into a darker color called Cinnamon. And that's a good name for that one. Looks very much like cinnamon. Hold on, let me move to the next 3. Now we're into the shimmers. This one is called Quartz. Beautiful. Definitely, like I was saying, they're definitely powdery. This next one is called Mirage. And this third one is called Desert Rose. And Desert Rose is, seems like almost a different type of formula. It has a micro glitter in it. And it is like a pink, has a lot of pink glitter in it. That last one. So, Sand Dune, Morocco, Cinnamon, Quartz, Mirage, Desert Rose. And this one's the one that has glitter. So pretty though. Oh, they're so pretty. Okay. All right, now we're gonna work on the last row, which is this row right here. I'm gonna be swatching going from this one to these and then over to the shimmers. First one I'm swatching is called Red Cedar. Very powdery, you can see. But that's okay, it's beautiful. Red Cedar. Then Saffron. Much more red. And then the last one is Ash Brown. Very, very great. Great colors, just a little bit powdery, but great pigmentation. So working on the last three shimmers. I'm gonna go with Mojave. So Mojave, shimmery, kind of more red toned. This one looks like it's gonna be really orange. This one is called Warm Honey. Very orange. And then this last one is Euphoria. And that is just a brown metallic. There we go. So you've got Red Cedar, Saffron, Ash Brown, Mojave, Warm Honey, Euphoria. There they are. Beautiful. Right. So that is the big palette. And then really quickly, I'm going to run you guys through the little palette. There's only 6 colors in the little palette. The pan size seems to be relatively the same. I'll hold them side by side for you guys. Yep, looks like they're the same. And then this one is the Simmering palette. It seemed to be the more warm tone of the two that they had. Let me just swatch them really quick. So going from lightest to darkest, this first one is called Canvas. And this is very close to my skin color. Then we have Terra Cotta. So these seem to be different from the bigger palette. So it's not just a downsized version of the bigger palette. There's Terra Cotta, at least not this bigger palette. Oh, Warm Honey. So I feel like that was one we saw in the last palette. Oh, but Warm Honey in the last palette was shimmery. Oh my gosh. Okay, no, never mind. This one is called Suede. Okay, so Canvas, Terra Cotta, Suede. I read it wrong, sorry. All right, Cashmere. That wasn't in the last one. It's very light metallic. Cashmere. Candlelight. That wasn't in the last one either. Ooh, I like that one. Ooh, pretty. Candlelight, and then Warm Honey, which actually was in the last one. I was thinking that sounded really familiar. Warm Honey. So, Canvas, Terra Cotta, Suede, Cashmere, Candlelight, Warm Honey. There they are. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, I'm gonna take you through a quick tutorial of me putting the larger palette, the Soleil palette, on my eyes. And then we can come back for some final thoughts. Bye. All right. Okay, so I've got you guys all zoomed in on my eyes. I'm gonna work to try to do an eye look with this new palette. So I'll tell you guys what I'm using, when I'm using it, and we'll go from there. So here's the shades. I think you've probably seen this in the preview. Typically when I start my eyes, I start with a base. So I think I'm gonna go in with the second one right here, and that one's called Pink Beige. Somebody said on a different channel that they recognize some of these names from other Lorac palettes, so I don't know. This is just like the setting color that I just put over my eyelids to set as a base for the rest of the colors. So I normally choose something that's like really close to my eye, to my lid color. So that was that one. Then I'm going to come in with a little bit of a deeper shade. This one, I'm going to go into the second row here, and I'm going to choose this third one in. And that one is called Cinnamon. And then this I'll start putting into the crease or darkening my outer corner, the outer half of my lid. That's where I'm going to put the color first before I blend it. I normally put the color down and then come back and blend it. I'll do the same on both sides here. Then try to keep making things look even, and I start blending. I blend into the crease. Oh, they're going, I mean, this is really easy. These eyeshadows are really soft and pigmented. Now I'm gonna bring that darker color up a little bit into the brow bone, or the bottom of my brow bone skin here, because like when I look forward, I want it to be able to show some that there's a color there, because I have such hooded lids. And I apologize for all my, just my allergies that I have right now. My allergies have made my face break out. They make my body break out. All kinds of stuff. So it's a pain. This time of the year and in the spring, I get the worst allergies. And we just got back from Florida, so they're really bad. Whatever I was allergic to was in Florida for sure. So once again, I'm getting it on the brow bone, and on the brow bone, I'm gonna make all right, I think I like that so far. Then I'm gonna go in with my next color, which will be a darker color. So I'm gonna go for a smaller brush. Here's a smaller blending brush. And I'm gonna go into this bottom row here, and I'm gonna pick this brown shade, which is called Ash Brown. Get a little bit of that on my brush, tap it off. Come into the outer V. Oh, I got something in my eyelash. Tap it off. Outer V. So this is the outer V. I normally don't like it to come up this far, but I'm just gonna have to blend, blend, blend. Like this one is not up that far. But I'm gonna do it because I want it to look symmetrical, so I'm gonna bring a little bit of the brown up a little further than I typically would, because that's what it's like over here. This color seems very pigmented and perfect. It's just user error. I'm not doing fantastic. So because I don't love the way that looks, I'm gonna take another brush that's clean, just another blending brush that's totally clean, and I'm gonna blend a lot. To try to get this to look better. Okay, I'm gonna go back into that second shade and try to like blend out that darker color. I'm gonna use just the brush I have now. That was clean. So these are pretty powdery. Oh, I don't know if you can tell, but they've got a lot of powder kick up. But that's okay. I'm okay with powdery. All right. And then now I like that. And then I'm gonna go into this and pick a color for the lid. It's gonna be one of these shimmery ones. I think I'm gonna go with this one over here, which is called Aurora. And I put it on my finger. All I do in these, I dip my finger in there. It's really creamy and smooth. And then I'm just gonna press that on my eyelid. Really pretty. Pretty shade. I normally keep this towards like the front into the middle. I don't always go all the way to the back because on the back half, I normally take a darker shimmer. So front and middle. Just with the finger. Looks beautiful. Then I'm going to take a darker shimmer shade. So why don't we just I'm going to take this one right here. And this one is called Quartz. So you can just wipe your fingers off a little bit and take Quartz. Slightly darker. Then I'm going to put that towards the outer V. Oh, and you can see I got a lot of shimmer right up here. That's not where I wanted it at all. I am not a makeup artist. I never claimed to be. But I'm going to go back into with one of my previous brushes that I used that's kind of not too dirty. And I'm going to blend that. It was the neutral color was originally on this one. The middle color, cinnamon. All right, so I think I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna get a darker color on a small brush like this. It's just, this is a skinny brush, but it's flat. And I use these a lot for like tight lining, or I put eyeshadow on my, close to my lashes, and it mimics eyeliner. So in doing that, I guess the darkest color in here is this one again, ash brown. Take it on there, hit it off a little bit. And then I just keep it really close to my lash line. And I'm making it look like I'm putting eyeliner, a little bit of eyeliner. And I normally start from like the start of my eye. So when I'm looking straight ahead, my eye starts like there. So that's where I start the eyeliner, or faux eyeliner or something. I don't know what you'd call this. And then I just try to make it soft in the beginning and then maybe get a little darker towards the end. And then sometimes I'll just darken up this outer V with that color. One more time. Darken up the outer V. Then I'm going to take one of the brushes, I'll find a small blending brush and then I'm gonna blend that in, make it look like you can't see any real distinction between the colors. Make them just blend together. Okay, and then the other eye. All right, I think that looks good. I'm gonna clean up here with a makeup wipe and I'm gonna put on some eyeliner, or not eyeliner, I'm gonna put on some mascara and I'll be right back. All right, so wrapping up this video. So I really think that Lorac traditionally has put out great shadows. I did really find that the mattes in this palette and the smaller palette seemed very comparable to the larger or to the old Lorac palettes. And they always had a great matte formula, so I'm not mad about that at all. It's fantastic that they're like that. So I have no problem with that. I do know that there's some way, yep, right here, there's a way with these palettes that you can actually take it like this and you can, it came with a little pusher pin type thing that you can push these out, rearrange the palettes as you want to. So that's a great benefit. I think that the shimmers in this palette are fantastic, phenomenal. I think that they're a lot better than the original Lorac shimmers. The original Lorac shimmers were just very basic and beautiful, but I like the fact that they stepped it up a notch, put in some different texture formulas in here, added some glitter to a couple shades. So if you look at this, I think the shades with glitter are this one here, and I think maybe this one here, this last one here. So the other ones, there's some kind of more basic, and then there's more metallic. They just did a great job with the formula on this and really stepped it up, I feel like, from their old palettes. So I'm extremely happy with this. And the price point was still fantastic. I mean, at $45 for this, or maybe it was even less. It could have been $35. I'll have to put the real price on the screen. But this was great. Then for the little palette, I thought this was fantastic as well. It's very cute. I wonder if it does the same thing. No, this one doesn't seem to have the ability to pop the shadows out, but still a great basic palette. This will do well for me. I mean, I think I could definitely build an eye look just off these shades for sure. I wish there was a little bit of a darker brown, but I could figure that out. But anyway, love it. I love both these palettes. I think they're a great bargain, a great formula, and I definitely recommend it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could join me and subscribe to my channel, that would be fantastic. I really appreciate your support, and I will see you guys again soon. Thanks so much. Bye.